Hello everyone, in this video we're going to see a new Leetcode problem that is running sum of one-day array. Now given an array nums, we define a running sum of an array. This is the array, this is the running sum that vector has been given to us, and each element will be the sum. So let's see how the sum is going to take place. So what we're going to do is initially, in this question, we'll take our sum as 0. Sorry, let me just So initially here our sum will be 0, right? Initially I've taken sum as 0. Now what's the test case? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So nums is given to us as 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we have to create an output array. Okay, that will create during the process. Okay. So initially I've taken my sum as 0. We have to find the running sum of an array, right? So what this says is it's 1, 3, 6 and 10. So I'm writing here 1, 3, 6 and 10, right? This is something that we have to get. So how are we going to do that? Initially our sum is 0, and what we're going to do is we'll iterate in this array using a for loop, and we'll keep on adding our sum, that means our sum and this for the nums of I. So initially our sum was 0, so 0 plus nums of I. If initially when we iterate, our I will obviously be equal to 0. So when our I is equal to 0, that means it's nums of 0, which is 1. So now if I write 0 plus 1, it will give us 1. So this is the first element of our output. After that, this 1 will be stored in our sum. So it's no more 0, it will become 1. Okay. So our 1 plus this will also increment 1. So nums of 1 is 2. So sum plus 2 will become 3. That means sum was 1 initially, afterwards, after the first step. Then our nums is 2 in the next step, and this gives us 3. So this has changed to, the sum has changed to 3 now, and this will be 2. So nums of 2 means 3, this element 3. And of course this 3 is the second element. Now sum has become 3, next element in our nums is again 3. It will give us 6, and 6 is the element. Okay, so this has become 6, and this will be 3. So 3 means that element is 4. So sum is 6, our element is 4, this will become 10. So this is the 10. This is how we are going to create a new array. Now let's work on the code. Okay. Right. So initially what I'm going to do is I'm taking my sum as 0, right? We took here initially our sum as 0. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to iterate in what? Iterate in my nums, right? So this will be nums dot size. Okay. What I did was I added just a minute. I added sum plus nums of I, right? Now this can also be written as sum is equal to sum plus nums of I, but this is the method that we use, right? So this is how we will create these sums. But now we have to store these sums back in our array. So what we are going to do is our nums of I will put equal to sum, right? So here what will happen is whatever is the sum, our initially sum was 0. What this will do, this will replace this 1 with 1 only. Then this will replace this 2 with 3, and then this 3 with 6, and then this 4 with 10. So that's how I'm going to get a new array, right? If I don't do this step, if I just simply um, find the sum and I just return nums. So what will be returned? This new sum won't be returned, right? We have calculated the sum, but the output will be this previous nums only, because we haven't updated our nums, right? See, as you can see, the expected output is this, and our output is similar to the previous one, right? So this step is important. You have to also put sum in our new array, update the nums. So after updating the nums, you can return your nums. Now let's submit. As you can see, it has been accepted. Now there is one more method. Okay, so this was one method. There is another method. What I'm going to here do is I'll just use a for loop like I've done previously. Sorry, nums.size I plus plus. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is that see, as you can see, we had this nums, right? So I'm writing it here. Nums was 1 2 3 4, right? 1 2 3 and 4. So previously what we did was we took another variable sum. Now what if we don't have to take another variable sum and we'll just solve it in itself only? How? So what we're going to do is we'll iterate in this loop. Now we'll iterate from this index, that is index 1, not from 0. That means I will not be equal to 0. Whenever we write for loop here, right, we use I is equal to 0, but here we're going to use I is equal to 1 because our first element is same as the output, right? This output also 1 and here also 1, so there is no need to do anything in here. We'll go to this, and what we are going to do is nums of I, whatever is your nums of I, plus nums of I minus 1, right? I'm writing here nums, whatever nums, I minus 1. So I minus 1 means the previous index, which is this. So whenever your iterator is on 2, that is nums of I, you'll plus I minus 1 in this. That means the previous number. So 1 plus 2 will give you 3, right? So that's how we are going to do this. So nums of I minus 1. And after this, you're simply going to return your nums. Right, I didn't put semicolon here. So as you can see, it's working. So instead of taking a new variable, we're just starting from index 2 and we're adding the previous element to it. So it will become 3. So again, this will become 3. Now, what we're going to do is in this 3, we are going to add the previous element. So it will become 6. In this, we're going to add the previous element, 6, right? So 6 plus 4, 10. So this is how these two methods work, right? I hope you understood the concepts of both the approaches. And yeah, this is it for this question.